So, big news to come out of Comic-Con. Yep, these hits just keep on coming, and this is day one, people. You better strap the fuck up. Like, you better buckle up, because this is gonna... I have a feeling 2018 Comic-Con is going to go goddamn nuts. I've got a feeling that, you know, this is just tip of the iceberg of the shit we are going to, we're going to be seeing. And today, it was, we had a few other announcements, and I'll be talking about a few others today. But here's a big one that even I wasn't thinking was going to happen. I didn't even think this was going to be a thing. I didn't even, like, I heard, like, little whispers here and there, but I was like, that's not going to happen. There's no way. To which I was promptly shut up. Because, yeah, Clone Wars is coming back. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Clone Wars is returning to television. Yeah. Does that not blow your mind? Yeah, so, much like how Samurai Jack came back, this is going to come back to complete the Clone Wars stuff. This is going to complete the Clone Wars era stuff with a mini-series. And that mini-series is the Siege of Mandalore, which, for those who are unaware, originally it was meant that the series was going to end with the Republic sieging Mandalore and taking it back from Maul and the rest of the rest of Death Watch. So, and this also would lead into Order 66, because at the same time, Ahsoka and Rex are thrown into the middle of Order 66, because Revenge of the Sith is going on at the same time. So, wow, this is really cool. Good on Disney for wanting to complete the saga. Really good. I've also heard whispers that they may also adapt other stories like DarkDisciple, which is a terrible story arc, but whatever. But I will say that this is interesting. Now let's get the elephant out of the room real quick. The big thing with this, I think we need to discuss is how much of Clone Wars are we going to see? Which version of Clone Wars are we going to see? Are we going to see Clone Wars, the Clone Wars we saw from Cartoon Network with that got darker, or are we going to see the Disney version of Clone Wars? In that it's going to be a lot. Disney's going to edit some stuff out, like they did with Rebel. They're going not edit stuff out, but not make it as intense as Clone Wars originally was, as they did in Rebels. So that's the big question right there, is what do we do, how are they going to go about this? That's the interesting thing. Now, if this was Cartoon Network, I'd have been like, yeah, this has been on Adult Swim, no question about it. This would be on, this would be on Adult Swim, this would get like a 5-night premiere, no questions asked. But this isn't Cartoon Network anymore. This is Disney. So it's probably going to get prime time. It is probably going to be on Disney Channel, or it is probably going to be on Disney Channel. I don't think it's going to be put on XD, because I think that, Disney's making this massive push to have that Disney does have animated shows on their own channel again. We've seen that with with reruns of Gravity Falls. You've seen that with Big City Greens, as well as Big Hero 6 and DuckTales. So I have no doubt in my mind that this is not going to be an XD exclusive show. At least as far as I know, unless they've suddenly announced, oh, it's going to be on Disney XD. So that's my thing, is that I'm pretty sure this is going to be on the main Disney channel for everyone to watch. Because, yeah, it looks like Disney wants their animation back on there, because they know that's what's getting them the real ratings. For what I understand, I actually like Big City Greens, by the way. From what I've seen of Big City Greens, it's really good, and apparently it's one of their highest-rated shows, along with DuckTales and Big Hero 6. Like I said, their animation is what's pulling them along in terms of TV ratings. So there's no, like I said, unless I missed something, and I heard definitely it might be on XD. So far, from what I'm seeing, it looks like it's, all intents and purposes, it's going to be on the main Disney Channel. Now, I don't know if that's going to help or hurt this thing, because, like I said, Clone Wars is an entirely different beast from Rebels. And And I know, yes, it's Dave Filoni who will be in charge of this, but having said that, though, it depends on which Filoni we're getting here. Because, yes, Ahsoka, this is, like, Ahsoka, we do know, lives, because it's kind of, like, set up for everything here. Rex is gonna live, but I want to see how far Filoni wants to take this. I really want to see how far Filoni is willing to take, this idea, you know, and the storyline that he's been playing with, and really, you know, see how far he's willing to go, and being allowed, better put, how far he's going to be allowed to go with the storyline he's always wanted to finish. That's what's got me curious, is that I want to know how far Disney's going to let Filoni and his staff go in terms of this show. That's the big thing I want to know. So, yeah. Now, the other thing is that I'm curious if this is going to be reworked a bit to fit into the Disney canon. You know, I'm curious if this is going to be reworked at all for the Disney canon. Because as we know, Maul does escape, and he makes and now thanks to Solo, we do know that he did consolidate some power after, you know, the rise of the Empire, and of course he was in charge of a gang for a while until eventually he found his way to Malachor. Which I'm curious if they're ever going to bring that up, make that a point of him going from gangster to, you know, wild person on Mandalore. So, yeah, Malachor. Why did I say Mandalore? Malachor. Sorry, Malachor. My apologies. It's this. They sound the same. I'm sorry, guys. Malachor. But yeah, that's what I'm curious about, if they're going to change anything to make it more in line with the Disney continuity, with the new Disney Star Wars continuity. I want to see where that goes. Maybe they'll have it, you know, this will be the start of how maybe they'll take stuff from the Ahsoka novel. Maybe they will take stuff from the Ahsoka novel. Maybe we'll get to see how Rex hooked up with Gregor and Wolf. That might happen. I'd like to see. I actually like to see, like, how did he, you know, by the end of it, how did he and Gregor and Wolf meet up with each other after the end of the Clone Wars and Order 66 came into effect? That's what I'm really interested about. And I also want to see, like, Maul, you know, with some of his power. Like, this is the start of the Crimson Band, or the Crimson Sun, whatever the fuck it was called, Crimson whatever. Sorry, throughout this whole thing, I'm having something to drink. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm interested. I'm very interested. Hopefully, we're going to see the Clone Wars we've had in the past. Hopefully, we'll get that Clone Wars and not, like, toned down, because from what I understand, Siege of Mandalore was supposed to be really dark. So hopefully they can keep that. And I'm really hoping for, like, it's going to be like a primetime late night kind of thing. So that will give a little more credence to, oh, you really do want to pull out all the stops, don't you, Disney? Anyway, I'm optimistic about this, and hoping that Filoni gets to do the story he always wanted to tell. But you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of Clone Wars making a return with the Siege of Mandalore? Are you guys excited, or are you guys not? And do you think they'll have any changes to it? Just comment below, let me know, and once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.